Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Zig, and I'll be trying to get this up tonight. I'm just quickly doing something on the side, real quick, and then I'll start it. But we are doing 2 One Punch Man chapters. I will say, I'm sorry I'm looking on the side. I'm farming a game on the side. I'm trying to go for a challenge in the game, and it's a leaderboard challenge that resets every Wednesday morning. So tomorrow morning it resets, so I have to get a certain thing done by tomorrow morning, and it means I just have to get 1 kill and then wait 5 minutes and then get 1 kill kind of thing. So if you see me look to the side, that's what I'm doing. It doesn't take long for me to finish it. Otherwise, we are picking up chapter 188 and 189 of One Punch Man. I think 190 just dropped. I think I said that last time. I haven't seen it popped up on my source. I still have to check the other ones. More than likely, it is on one of the other places I read manga. Let me just check. If I go on here and look on the side. Let me see. At least I think there's chapter 190 out. Before we fully jump in. Yeah, so 190 came out. It's 36 pages long. I will do that sometime later this week. I just want to do 2 chapters now because I want to get this up tonight. I'm recording this very late because I woke up. I don't have work tonight. I woke up because I had work last night. So I don't have work tonight, and I want to get this up, and I have some stuff I have to do. So, otherwise, we're going to jump into this. Sorry for the rambling and talking, but like I said, if I ever look over to the side and take a quick break, it's just me getting something done. It'll be like every 6-7 minutes. I'll quickly take a break, and we'll probably, in that break, while I'm setting something up on the side, I'll be talking about wherever we are in the chapter. Otherwise, we are jumping in to chapter 188 of One Punch Man. Last chapter I did was the bonus chapter on the end of volume 28. I'm going to open up to the One Punch Man page. It's going to take me a second to find. One Punch Man is 44, 45, 46, and I think 47. On the cover, we have Sweet Mask for the first page, 188 Appraisal. Oh, ooh. We might be getting... We have Atomic Samurai's group. So we got... we have... Ian... Oko... Meitachi... and Bushi Drill. 2, 3, and 4 of A class there. Deep in the mountains of G City. Handsomely mass sweet mass. So that's all the information we got from investigating the area. The other thing is known about his history before his debut. So they're looking at reports about street mass. His face often changes, so plastic surgery is suspected. But there are no records of any procedures in any medical institutions. Maybe it's some special ability. If that's the case, his history being unknown is understandable. He could have been living a different life with a different face. Could he be a spy for Neo? I'm guessing they're talking about the Neo... What the hell was that called? Did I even write down that? I don't know. is that the new Neo agency? I don't know. I thought I wrote it down, but apparently I did not write it down. That the other monster hunting group that's being formed. Yeah, that's weird that I didn't write it down. I do have a couple blank pages after this, and I didn't put it down. Huh, that's weird. Anyways, is it true, Ian? Ian? I don't know how to say his name. I've never known how to say his name. I think if they might say his name in the anime, I might have to go back to season 1 and look at how his name is said. We might do that in between this chapter and that next chapter, just in case. Anyway, is it true? When we were knocked out during that fight, you felt a conflict in his conscience or something. In that instance where he could have targeted and attacked just the monster, instead he wanted to kill the hostages as well. I could only see a bloodthirsty homicidal maniac. But during that time on the surface, how do I put it? It looked like a monster without a human heart that was struggling to control itself and somehow get one. I'm gonna take pills real quick. That's weird. Yeah, for the reason being, I really don't know with Sweet Mask. Sweet Mask is such a wild card. Like, until we get like flashback or more information on him, I can't really say with him because, like I said, he's such a wild card in my book. But yeah, it could. He kills any hostages as soon as he sees them, no matter who they are. Like, it's so, like, it definitely feels like if he has humanity, it's long gone. Like, he has a reason for being the way he is. Like, just a monster of a character towards any people. I don't know why, but there probably is a reason. I'm hoping we get more about Sweet Mask. Evil people can pretend like they have a heart. Don't you think it's premature to trust him? We can confirm that in the future by continuing our investigation. I sense earnestness in him, because those who don't have something often knows its value more. Bushdrow just kind of is back there. Okama is now thinking. But if that's the case, we definitely can't take our eyes off him. If the face changes are not just a special ability, but a sign of monsterization, I'm going to have problems with words. Actually, it seems to me like the area around his face was physically changed from emotional agitation, whatever. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but I hope the day comes when we can be glad we didn't let him get his hands dirty back then. And then we just see a picture of Sweet Mask. Like, really, like, drawn more stoic at this point, I would say. If that's what stoic looks like. I don't know what stoic is. I've always heard it said. Me words not good. Me words not good. Great, that's a sentence. Me words not good. Me understand words sometimes. What is the definition of stoic? A person who can can endure pain or hardship without showing their feelings or complaining. A member of the ancient philosopher's school of Stoicism. Okay, so yeah, I could probably say that's more stoic then. Let's investigate further and find conclusive evidence before we tell Master, since he is busy with the reborn Council of the Sword Masters right now. So, the Sword Masters, 4 of them went into the fight. Atomic Samurai would be the only one that lived, right? Because the other ones died during the fight against, what is the acid monster. I can't think of his name. I don't think I wrote down the monsters' names. The fat one that had the acid. I just can't think of his name. Stell for the success generations of the Council of Swordmasters. Stell. Okay, that's not gonna help. It says stile. It could just be steel. Steel for the successive generations of the Council of Swordmasters. Whatever. Holy shit! How the fuck did he survive? I thought he died. So we have 2 new people in the back. We have Atomic Samurai, and we have the old Buddha guy. Like, oh, I don't know if I don't think I wrote down this is, I think, before I started writing down names. Sometime in the last 12, 15 chapters, I started writing down names of characters because I'm just bad with names of characters. I have this book here with a bunch of pages of just different anime. So I started writing down characters. I think this was before I started writing down characters. But how did he survive? I thought he died. Maybe he didn't die and he only lost limbs? That could also be the case. First, we're seeing the woman. Amahara's daughter, Yuta. So a daughter of one of the 4. Let me quickly see, because now I'm curious. This is going to be a long video. I'm sorry about that. This is probably going to come out really late, but I'm really, really sorry. This has to come out tonight because I have plans for tomorrow of covering stuff. One Punch Man, Swordmasters. Because I want to know who they are. Sword Masters. There is 4th link. Council of Swordmasters. So, Marahara's daughter. Yes, so he was one of the ones killed by Fear Ugly. He's the guy with dreads. That's what is this, right? Oh, like I said, it's been forever. But yes, so okay, that's cool to know. Who is this next guy? First, she's thinking, rest in peace, Papa. I will completely eradicate all remnants of the Monster Association. You regret making me carry Papa's light coffin. I bet it was light. He was one of the ones melted, right? If he was killed by Ugly Fear, he was one of the ones probably melted by the acid. I'm sorry, Shido Yuta. If we had been stronger. No. Zambai's son, Shido. He was also killed by Fear Ugly. I'm on the wiki for each one. Okay, so he's the bald guy with scars. Okay, cool. No, my father lived by the sword. To have fallen in battle, he cherished it. No doubt. This first, I'm describing these two because I love these designs. The woman has more of what would that be called? That Egyptian. She has like a dress on. She has like a. Don't even know if you call that a dress. I don't know what you call that. I want to say it's more Egyptian, but I think that's just because I've seen games use a type of like stuff like that, or anime use it while being like deserts or other things. I don't know what that actually is called, that uniform. But then she has two like, it's not straight swords. They're like those curved swords. I want to say the scimitars. I don't know if that's correct. I do love the curved swords. I just can't think of the name. She's wearing like a it's not even it's just like a bra. It's I don't know. She's wearing big earrings. She has like a headband around her head. You can see crosses and other pendants. And then her hair. Her hair is wrapped in like a ponytail but has like stars on it. And her hair is just overflowing from the top. She has a tall top knot. A ponytail on the top. I don't do that. I do it either in the very back or I do it like middle down. Usually just down in the back is just easier that way. But I also do it halfway up. But hers is on top of the head, so you have the hair just flowing down. Darker skin. But that makes sense. Her father was darker skin color. Then we have this guy. This guy reminds me a little bit of Uryu from Bleach. I think it might be the glasses, but there's someone else in Bleach that he reminds me so much of. The more like chiseled look of him. Chiseled face. He has a scar going across his face. He has more like thin looking glasses. I can't tell if that's a glove he's wearing or if his hand is like tattooed all black. He has a watch. He has like monk robe, like very tight fitting. He looks muscular, and he's holding beads in his hand, his other hand. My father was a bodyguard. I'm sure he'll be more pleased than anyone that the head of the council survive. Nishiro-san. I really thought he died. Nishirin. I should actually write this down. We're putting another page on this. I need the Swordmasters' names. Because knowing my luck, they're going to pop up again, and then I'm not going to have the names, and I'm going to be like, why the fuck did I not write down the names? Swordmasters. This is probably long. I always go off on rants when trying to look up stuff. That's why some parts of One Punch Man gets really, really tiresome. Okay. The other two I need on here is Atomic Samurai, and then the Headmaster. Do we actually know Atomic Samurai's name? Like his actual name other than Atomic Samurai? Do we know his name? If we do, I don't remember it. I might have to look that up. But I'm pretty sure we don't know his name. And then Nishirin. Head Master Nishirin. Monk. Old monk. Okay, we have the names down. Sorry that took so long. It's actually time for me to do this again. So I'll set this up. We'll keep going. Nishirin, is your body alright? Haha. As you can see, I'm doing much better. Oh! So, from the legs down, he's cyborg. He has cyborg legs. As with mastering anything else, circulating your chi into your weapon, and it will become a perfect part of your body. So after getting cyborg legs, cybonic legs, that's probably not a word, I'm making that up. I'm most likely making cybonic up. By having cybonic legs, I'm going to keep rolling with it. I'm wrong, though. I don't think that's a word. Having cybonic legs and still being able to put chi through the legs is so cool. It almost reminds me as much as Full Metal Alchemist, where they would connect the nerves into the armor limbs, and would be able to do like fully not feel but kind of move everything. Maybe to a extent you could do the same in this universe. It's the same for a blade or an artificial body. You can see him throwing up an apple and then taking out his sword, like within one movement, and swinging around his sword like super quickly, and then sheathing his sword. And with it in an instant, he didn't cut the apple. He cut the entire mountain range behind it. And the two of them, the two new students here, the two new leaders, Shido and Yuta, are looking at the apple. Sorry, I'm doing this on the side. They're looking at the apple. You avoid contact with the apple, but rocks behind it? The apple has also been cut. Huh? Have you never seen this before? Nishirin's exquisite skill is such that his sword is so fast it doesn't even open up a cut. This hasn't even noticed it's been cut yet. Sorry, I'm got done with what I was doing. I just have to put myself into a God damn it. Put myself into a safe area. There we go. It hasn't even realized it's been cut. That's so fucking cool. Some kind of Zen dialogue. I don't get it at all, but it's fascinating. And that's Shido thinking it. And then you have Yuta over here. More like she's like very giddy. Amazing. The peak of the swordsmanship can reach such a level, it's literally magic. Yee, count me in. You haven't dulled a bit. That's a relief. That reminds me. I heard Bang tired as a hero. What will you do now, Kamikaze? I think we have got Kamikaze. I'm gonna have to look that up. Atomic Samurai's real name. Kamikaze. I think we had that at some point. Whatever. Kamikaze. I think I've heard that before because that doesn't sound new. You knocked on the hero's door because you wanted to compete with Bang, the master, right? Once upon a time, yeah. But now, I get to experience things that I can't get anywhere else. I think the scene, he's remembering a scene right now, and you have a Dark Shine Alloy, a Tamak Samurai, and you have Pure Prisoner all fighting something. I think they're fighting this moment they're remembering. I think they're fighting... I don't know. I don't think Darkshine was there. No, Darkshine wasn't there. I'm thinking of the fight before Boros, when they're fighting the guy down on the ground. I'm thinking of that fight, but I don't think Darkshine was there. He might be thinking of just up in the battlefield. Not to mention, among the top heroes, there's still a man whose true power is unfathomable to me. He's thinking about King. Whether or not I continue depends on my appraisal of that guy. Oh. You've changed, Kazumikaze. You're more tolerant of others than you used to be. Shall I say you've broadened your outlook? He's thinking all this. You've placed yourself in a hodgepodge of strong individuals to come to know various metrics of strength, have you? Heh. Maybe being a hero isn't too bad either. And Yuta... He says this. Yuta's like, eh? Okay, so now we have Genos and Saitama walking towards the city. The Hero Association headquarters. And now we have, what is the hell is his name? Fort. We have Fort here. He's making a doghouse for the last Black Sperm and Rover. You guys, your house is ready. Be grateful. I really got no other choice than to live in a doghouse, huh? I'll have to endure it for now. Here's food. Here comes the dog food. And he's all happy. Food. For now, I just need to devote myself to eating and increasing my cell count. And here come Genos and Saitama. Oh, you're back, Saitama, and you're with Demon Cyborg. Fort is surprised. He actually is taking off his glasses looking. Demon Cyborg, he'll recognize me. Yeah, he did fight Black Sperm. May the hut for Rover, thank you. Rover? Genos is thinking. What's S-Class Demon Cyborg doing here? I'm A-Class, rank 31 Fort. Nice to meet you. He lives next door to me. Your neighbor, huh? Sorry to rush you, but I'm going to have to ask you to hand over your room. I'm gonna bring my luggage in later today. Thank you. Fucking kick him for out. Because he wants to live right next to Master. Master got a smaller room so he wouldn't have to deal with Genos, but Genos is gonna come around. There's no way. Fucking Saitama is so powerful, but also the him being the hero he is, he just attracts people. And I think he doesn't like it fully when people just barge in, but since he's gotten so close with so many people, it's just inevitable. We're 28 minutes in, and we're close to the end of the chat. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. I really am. But I'm loving it. I love... One Punch Man is still, like I said, it's one of my favorite manga. The manga I still read. God damn, that took forever to do. Okay. So I'm done now. Okay. So, but yeah, he just gathers strong. Like, I get why he wanted a small apartment, but hopefully he will see. M City. I rang the intercom several times, but he wasn't home. Is that so? Looks like it was a wasted trip. Maybe he's out exterminating a monster. I thought I'd use my sword to ascertain his caliber, but I'll have to come again. Yippee! It's been a while since I had sushi. You're shamefully frolicsome. I'll have the salmon. Oh, I got taken, and someone took the salmon before I reached them. I suppose that's what they call mayo corn. I'll try it. It was taken, master. Big fat tuna is coming, but secure the big fat tuna. Yes, sir. Ah, master, that guy is a civilian. Don't. Like, Atomic Samurai is getting pissed because this guy behind them, because since it's a rotating... this is one of the things I don't think I have anywhere near us, but it would be cool to go to one of these rotating things where basically rotating belt of just food that goes by. You pick up whatever food you want to grab, and I think when you're done, you just put the plates on the conveyor belt because they go back to the kitchen and they can be cleaned. But still, it's a neat place of business, but since they're sitting further down the lane, the food passes by other tables. Someone's picking up the food before them. Atomic Samurai is getting pissed because all the food is getting taken. Fuck, that's awesome. So we're gonna get this next chapter, then. Atomic Samurai, everyone's surprised. It's King. King is the table prior. I never expected to see you here, Mr. Strongest Man on Earth. I came here today to meet you. I want to talk to you for a minute. I wonder if King's engine has started at this point, because he has a very serious look on him. Fucking King, when talking to Atomic Samurai talking to him. I'll review both chapters at the very end. But for right now, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10, because we got new sword masters. We got showing off the head of the masters is still alive. We got movement. They are gonna investigate Sweet Mask, and he is trying to praise King. King doesn't have powers, so I'm guessing he's gonna get through this meeting with higher praise, but I don't know how. So we'll see. Shido can mean code of chivalry. We won't be keeping the macro decremic over the O in the future for a conversation. So the Shido has a macro diacritic over the O, which means the code of chivalry. Or Shido can mean the code of chivalry. They're just not keeping it over the O every time Shido pops up now, which is fine. Let's go on to the next chapter. The cover of this chapter, 189, is Utah. And yes, it is scimitars. It absolutely are scimitars. Like I said, I still don't know that's the exact name, but it's very much those type of swords. This is going to come out at 12 o'clock, 1 a.m. I'm sorry, this has to come out either tonight or tomorrow morning, because I have plans tomorrow to record the new One Piece episode I have to react to. I have to do some Sakamoto's Days, and I'm going to do one other thing, which I was supposed to pick up a while ago. I just haven't picked up yet. So you guys, I have plans for at least 2-3 videos to come out tomorrow, so this cannot come out tomorrow. Oh. He started the King engine. That means he's in battle mode. You're quick to understand. In that case, step outside. King, are you really strong? I've never confirmed the extent of your strength with my own eyes, after all. So, you came here to confirm it, then. Get on with it already, unless you intend on doing it here. Hold up. Shit, I freaked out so much it got caught in my throat. So, King is punching his chest because he's choking, but I wonder what they think. Because Eon's like, Mr. King, you wouldn't... That's way too reckless. No way. You'll end up dead if you underestimate Master. Just as the rumors say, you've got balls of steel. Do you actually think you can handle my sword with just a pair of chopsticks? And King is thinking, no, I don't. He grabs a whole apple. We're gonna do the same thing from last chapter, right? He's not gonna cut it, but he thinks he's gonna like. I really wonder. Atomic Samurai throws the apple, and has already cut it into pieces, square pieces. I don't like what happened to that apple. King is thinking. I'll say it once more. Step outside. Atomic Samurai at this point, his face is all darkened, and you can just see two white eyes staring at King. That's the Atomic is really pushing things hard today. Does he plan to just provoke King until he shows his true power? I wonder if Saitama goes up against Atomic Samurai, how that would go. I don't think that will happen for a long time, because Saitama got told he would only shake hands with Atomic Samurai until he rose to be a great hero. Once he gets within, if he gets to A rank 2 and beats the 3 of his companions, like moves ahead of them, I would think Atomic Samurai would want to meet him then. I think that's the only way Atomic Samurai will probably want to meet him, if he is able to get to A rank 2 or pass them. Like anywhere's past any of his companions. Now, King, rather than us prattling on and on, the best way to get a true measure of your skill would be like this, don't you think? Pretend I am a monster and come at me. Atomic Samurai is so serious. He is it's not fully blackened out, but it's more like cell shaded, and you can see his hair is just flapping in the wind, and just two white eyes of Atomic Samurai. Like I said, I'm doing something on the side. It has come to the time where I have to do this again. Give me 1 second. I'm just killing 2 things, but I'm really curious how King will get out of this, because King will get out of this. There's no way King doesn't get out of this without a problem. Like, I absolutely see King. God damn it. Okay. Well, I think I should be safe here. The game I'm playing, I'll die if I'm not in a safe place. What does he have to force me to go through with this? Guys like this are the worst. I can't believe he's coming at me with all these doubts when he doesn't know anything about me to begin with. Am I really strong, you ask? No, I'm weak. I just want to scream out, I'm sorry, and he's unsheathing his sword. Someone please, help me. And to the outside person, King right now inside is like self-destructing, but to the outside, King is just, I'm guessing his King engine is in full blast, and he's just looking so menacing right now to all of them. He's full of openings. No, he has no openings. Are you sure? He looks like he's full of openings to me. He's only making it look like he's full of openings. Can't you see? Look closely. His entire body is shaken with minute twitches. Beneath his skin lies a massive killing intent. That whole thing is a trap. It's feints layered on top of feints. If someone dashes in carelessly, they'll get hit by a brutal counter. Master Atomic knows this, and that's why he hasn't moved. And King's serious look at Atomic Samurai. Atomic Samurai is just waiting. Neither of them are moving. I don't like sitting, sizing each other up. It's boring. Now, how will you handle this? So-called strongest swordsman. Here I come. Before Atomic Samurai comes, King says that's enough, Atomic Samurai. Aren't you forgetting that today is Tuesday. Looks like your disciples has already realized. Yeah? There's no need to say anything. He's gonna go off on some bullshit, right? Anything else? There, you have it. If you insist on fighting, we'll do it another time. Hold it. What are you talking about? The atmosphere comprises of 80% nitrogen and 20% oxygen. Although there are also things like carbon dioxide, methane, helium, calcium, and lithium paldot. One of the most trace elements. Inga Watson is known as well. No, is not as well known. He reacts with like he's just spitting out fucking elements. Polylithium contained in ionizing radiation, causing organic phosphate ferramino. Then last Thursday, there was a full moon, which means that today at noon exactly is changed into a dual squat phase. Some of us who have our antennas regularly have noticed it already. The fact that it has begun. Nope, I don't get it. Temax Samurai. Surely, you have at least heard the Dolzen bring reaction before. All four of them are just like, no, and they're like freaking out. Well, at any rate, you and I fighting here without a doubt bring a major catastrophe. Let's do this another day. No, wait. We're not done here. Like I told you, I don't want to cause any needless casualties. With the world how it is nowadays, don't we both have something more important we should be doing? Both you and I, we're heroes, after all. That him speaking to others is so fucking great because he's so good at it. He's so fucking good at it. It's one of my favorite things about King. King having no power, but he knows how to talk, and like his whole exposition towards others is so good, and it's a lot of bullshit. You know it's bullshit, but he's so good at it. Like, I don't think it's true bullshit. I really do think, to a certain extent, he does have something like a hero's thought process of wanting to always do good for mankind. It's just that he doesn't have any power. I would love for someone to teach him, like someone to actually teach him at least basics of martial arts, so he could at least defend himself. I really hope. But more than likely, he will stay this way. I want to see him grow, at least a tiny bit. Because otherwise, he will die in a needless battle. Atomic Samurai says, wait. I guess there's no escape after all. Maybe I'll just come clean with everything and have them at least let me off the hook. I'll probably get punched, but I'll take that over getting sliced up, I guess. Oh, you see. No, enough of this. I suppose it's just as you say, King. I was wrong, eh? But I still have one last request from you. I have an apple here. Please cut this apple for me. Just an amateur with swords, though. That doesn't matter. But a bit of a strange skill, you see. Sort of like a palm reading. By observing someone while they cut an object with a sword, I can read what kind of life they've lived up until now. That's neat. That's really neat. I've also accepted those 3 back there as disciples using the same test. I'm very curious as how a man of your caliber would cut this apple. The apple? Cut it for me. That's all I ask. And King is looking like kind of shocked at this point. What are you gonna do, King? Temek Samurai is looking at King. And King picks up the sword, and all 3 of them are like, he moved. And you have King on the ground, sheltered, and he has the sword. And those swords up there you can't see anymore. You can see one right there. They're Why can't you? Is it because this is not facing high enough? It was. That was just a tiny bit too far down. Is it because I do like this? Yeah, it may be that. But the two swords up there are not the right swords. If I need a katana, even a fake one, to show off moments like this. He's holding the sword and about to unsheath it and look at the apple. And then 1 minute elapses. 2 minutes 15 seconds. 2 minutes 40 seconds elapse. He puts down the sword but not do anything. He put down the sword. Why? And he gets up and walked away. I couldn't unsheath it. My arms were at their limit, just holding that pose. Being watched with those eagle eyes almost made me nervous as hell. I seriously get busted if I keep bluffing like this. I've got nothing left. It's completely over. He's definitely glaring at me from the back there. I'm scared. I can't turn around. Maybe I'll just try and head straight home like this. And he walks away. And the three of them are like freaking, like questioning this interaction. The next panel, the three of them are like trying to figure out, but Atomic Samurai is fucking like he's sweating, like he's freaking out. I can see Ian like freaking out because he sees Atomic Samurai freaking out. He left without doing anything. Master Atomic, what does this? And now Master Atomic Samurai, I call him Master Samurai. Atomic Samurai is now thinking. I couldn't even see his swordsmanship. His series of movements, I couldn't see any of it. He's just like Nichiren. This apple hasn't even realized it's been cut. This man performed the supernatural feat of slicing the blade through gaps between the atoms. To think that there were others. On top of that, the blade itself hasn't even realized that that was unsheathed. Oh, fucking Christ. That's incredible. Fucking King's bluffing is like, he put all stats into bluffing, luck, and charisma, and that's it. That's all he has. And he's fucking marvelous. If I revealed an attack that surprised even the Atomic Slash, if I revealed an attack that surpassed even the Atomic Slash, I would also remain silent. It's as if he were cutting straight through our suspicious stares. He made his point masterfully. Amateur with a sword, you say? What an outrageous monster you are. Fucking Chris. King is fucking marvelous. King is such a marvelous character. I think that's the title of this. It's been a while since I have faced such shame. It seems now is not the time for me to be testing others. Apparently, I'm just a fledgling myself. Bushy Drill, Okama, Itachi, Ian. I'm going to redo my training from scratch. An endless road of hardship may be waiting. Despite that, will you still follow me? Yes, sir. And King's thinking to himself, they're not coming after me? I'll buy some stomach medicine and head home. Among the high-ranking heroes, close to you all, there's someone who works to overcome their own worthlessness by shedding blood and tears. We've got to make sure he doesn't laugh at us. I wonder who he's talking about. Ian knows. Bushy Brow and fucking Okama both don't know because they're looking at each other. And Ian knows who it is. And they say, okay. And the next panel is King and Saitama playing a game. And Saitama's like bleeding from the eyes and mouth because he's so pissed. And Bushy Brow and Okama are looking at him and saying, is that him? And Atomic Samurai is like, nope. I wonder who he's talking about. End of the chapter, we'll review. Here's some bits from Atomic Samurai's data book, released between volumes 9 and 10 pages. He has run a dojo since before the Hero Association was formed. It is said that only his 3 most distinguished students, Eon and the 2 others, were permitted to work as heroes. He loves his sword, which is a custom made by a famous blacksmith. It has a very fashionable guard designed like a atomic nucleus. That is the end of the chapter. I'm happy I didn't pick up all 3 because we got a good ending point here, because it finishes off this story. Atomic Samurai testing out King and King bluffing his ass through. Because if it wasn't for probably him and the sword master showing off the cut in the apple, and him not cutting the apple, and only cutting the background, I don't know if Atomic Samurai would have taken Atomic Samurai and everyone just has too high hopes of King. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. This was a great chapter, but King's bluffing, it's gonna get him killed. I just wonder when. I'm really hoping he at least learns some basic strength, like performance, like basic martial arts, to at least be able to use in his daily life. Even if he were to learn basic martial arts to at least like throw people around or defend himself to show off, and they would probably call it him using his weakest skills to show them that it is not good for them to continue fighting because he can use more powerful. He's using the weakest to let them go. Like they could use King having weak abilities to state that he's doing this just to show that he could beat you if he wanted to, but he's letting you back off. It's like I'm gonna bring up a Doctor Who thing. Doctor Who is the Doctor of War. Him running away is him letting you escape. If you go after the Doctor when he's running away, you're just... It's like him letting people escape is him letting people... Like, him fleeing is him not dealing with the situation. Because he is... I don't know how I want to state this. They could absolutely show the case of like, really, like, I don't know, like I said, I don't know exactly how I want to state this. But they could absolutely make the point of saying King is using the basics of his skill, the skill he only knows, but everyone outside would be looking, he's giving them a chance to run away before ultimate destruction. Like, I could see them using that stat. I'm really hoping he learns something basic. I'm not saying I want him to become super strong. I want him just basic skills to at least have some defense, because otherwise he's gonna die in some brutal way. He's one of the ones I don't see him making it to the end of the series. I could see him dying off unless he learns skill. I'm really hoping he does. I just don't know who would teach him. That's the problem. But for let's talk about chapter 188 real quick. To know that they're the 3 of them, the A class 2, 3, and 4, are all investigating Sweet Mask because they don't trust him. They think he's a monster or whatever. They don't trust him fully. So, actually, let me check something. They don't trust him fully because they think he's a monster or whatever. So they want to investigate him because Yeah, it's such a weird thing. Like I said, okay. Sorry. Yeah, it's such a weird thing, but I thought he was dead. Like Sweet Mass, there's something about him. There's something about him we just don't know. I do want to know backstory with him because if he's been changing his face since like olden times, I'm very curious with like just what has been happening because he's been changing his face forever now. It sounds so. I am curious with that fact. Uh, but otherwise, other than that. Other than that, I would be curious about that in such a way. There's a fucking giant fly in here now. I can't believe I actually got it. Can't believe I actually killed the fly. I really thought I was getting been getting better at catching flies with weird objects. But yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird thing. Because Sweet Mass could just be a regular human and just wanted to be better. Like I could see him being a villain. He was a previous mobster or something, and now he just wants to be good. But the way he indiscriminately kills just people, no matter what the situation is what is the problem. I don't know with him. I would love to say he's just probably a former mob person or a villain that wants to just change. But with how he acts, I don't know. Maybe we'll see his true personality. I don't know with him. But then we got the new masters. So the old monk dude, Nishirin, did survive and got new cyboric legs. That's not a word, but I'm still playing with it. Cyboric legs. So I thought he died. Apparently not, which is neat to know. More than likely, he probably was shown not dead, but I just don't remember. I thought he died. I thought Atomic Samurai was the only one to survive. And then we have the daughter of Amahara's daughter, where she's pissed that her father's coffin was so light to carry, taking over. And you also have Zanbai's son, Shido, taking over as the other two heads, the other two masters now. Other than Atomic Samurai and Nishirin. And both of their fathers were killed by Ugly Fear. So it'll be neat to see them actually out in battle and to see their skills. I'm probably more curious because Shido does have a sword to his side, and it's harder to tell. But I think I'm more curious with how Yuta fights with two swords than I am with Shido. Also, it's neat to know Nishirin can run chi through his whole body, even the cyboric limbs. Other than that, seeing him not cut the apple and cut the mountain, and saying that he was able to cut the apple, but the apple hasn't even noticed yet, was neat. But that to lead to the king's conversation next chapter. Then the Nishirin seeing how much Atomic Samurai has changed, how much Kamikaze has changed from what he used to be. Then to have Atomic Samurai and Genos arrive, and we see Fort actually built a doghouse for Rover and Black Sperm, or they call him Monkey, and Genos wants Fort's room because he wants to be close to Sensei, but that's to be expected. There's no way he wouldn't want to be close to his senpai, his teacher, as much as possible. And then we end the chapter with Ian Bushy Drill. I want to say Bushy Brow, but that's fucking Naruto. Bushy Drill, yeah. And Okama, all with Atomic Samurai, eating at a rotating sushi type place. And them getting pissed that someone keeps taking the food before it gets to them. And then them realizing it's King, who they went to go check at his house. Oh, I just noticed something. King, they went to a building where King's residence is. Didn't King just move into the Pure Agency? Or am I wrong? Did he just... No, yeah. King just moved into the Hero Agency. Why is Atomic Samurai going to a random building out in M City? Has Atomic Samurai doesn't know that he lives in the Hero Association now? I didn't even think about that. Because we did get confirmation that he lives near Fort in them. Because Fort was knocking on their door and trying to figure out why their neighbor hasn't said hello. And then freaked out because they're living next to the number one strongest hero in the world. Fucking King. That floors me. Maybe the Hero Association hasn't updated his where he's living yet. So Atomic Samurai thought he was out and about. Or maybe he lives in this hero, like it's a second home to him. He has a apartment in the Hero Association, but he also still has an apartment back in M City as a like to-go home. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I probably am. Other than that, chapter 9 out of 10, like I said. For chapter 189, I enjoyed so much more. I'm sorry this is so long. This used to be how chapters were. Whenever we get action or stuff that I really love, I go off and go off and go off. But then you have Atomic Samurai and the others thinking King is going to fight him with only chopsticks. Atomic Samurai slowly getting pissed. King bluffs his way into saying that if they fight right now, there'd be a natural disaster. So instead of Atomic Samurai forfeited in the battle and saying yes to King because King just doesn't want to involve casualties, I think that's actually true in his own nature. He really doesn't want to involve casualties. It's just that he's bullshitting his way through this. For that case, he instead of giving up, Atomic Samurai giving up, he does the apple test that last chapter Nichirin cut. Master Nichirin cut. But it didn't even know it was cut. So he does the apple test with King this time. They go in public to test it out. I'm really just... And then King doesn't cut it, but he's in a... Like, he shows off that he's in the cut-in stance. And then, without saying a word, he gets up when thinking to himself and walks away from it. And the three other Atomic Samurai is trying to figure out what just happened. Atomic Samurai is freaking out. Because to him, because no one other than like Saitama and a bunch of others know King's true strength is nothing. To Atomic Samurai, he believes King was so fast with his sword that he didn't, the sword doesn't even know it's been drawn yet, and he cut the apple at the atomic level so it doesn't know it's been cut yet. Just like his master, Nichirin, did back last chapter. And then him thinking back to King saying he's just an amateur with swords, and then thinking he's just a outrageous monster. So this then tells Atomic Samurai then tells his pupil that he wants to start training from scratch again because he wants to get stronger, because to his own belief, he thinks King is this ridiculous swordsman. He is on the same level or even better than his master of these swords that we saw the last chapter, Nichiren. Which means he's being outplaced by two people now. He's being outplaced by King and the master. So he wants to try to get to that level. And then him ending with, we've got to make sure he doesn't laugh at us. There's someone who works to overcome their own weaknesses by shedding blood and tears. I'm guessing I'm curious. I'm curious who he's talking about. They make the joke that it's Saitama, but it's not. Atomic Samurai accomplishes it. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. Like I said, I'm not changing that. I really loved these two chapters. These two chapters were fucking amazing. I will say, I will probably try to cover chapter 190 at some point. Which is called Scheme. Which, by the way, the name Scheme, I'm hoping it's based off the chapter 187, where it's about the agency making the betting system. Otherwise, I really am looking forward to it. Like I said, I'll try cover it sometime this week. Probably by the end of the week. Like I said, I have plans for tomorrow and I'm very busy. So this has come out tonight. I'm sorry. This is actually, I will put this out tomorrow morning. I'm not putting this out at 12 or 1 because it's going to be weird time. This is going to come out 6:30, 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow morning. Because there's no way I'm getting this out in time. There's no way. There will be probably at least 2 drink reviews out last night because I absolutely can't get this up. So, in the meantime, that's what probably came out last night. Because I do have one technically uploaded, and the other one is still is going to be uploaded. It would be a Gamer Subs and a lemon drink that I tried out. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to have to push this back. I'm not releasing this at 12 or 1 for you guys. It just feels too weird. I don't like releasing stuff between 12:30 and 5:30, 6 o'clock. I don't, Eastern Standard Time. I don't like releasing that time. I know it shouldn't matter because there's people all around the world that watches, but still I don't like releasing it at certain time zones. So this will be released probably tomorrow morning. Otherwise, if you guys want to talk about any of this with me, comment down below. I love these chapters. I don't know if it depends on what the next chapter that just came out has in it. Because then we might talk as long as this or longer. It all depends on what the chapter consists of. Otherwise, if you guys like the video, give a like. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, recommend subscribing to the channel. Keep up all the content. Otherwise, this has been Mr. again, signing off. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night, wherever you are. Just have a good day. Hopefully, I see you guys next video, and peace. Otherwise, really, really hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, I will be putting this out tomorrow morning. Also, I'll talk about probably in the beginning of the next part. If you guys want me to cover his newest manga, tell me, because I will cover it. I just don't know about it. I haven't heard anything good or bad about it. I don't know if people are actually reading it yet out of my friend groups. So, I don't know about that new thing. But if you want me to cover it, tell me. Otherwise, really hope you guys did enjoy the video, and peace.